Good morning, children. Let us continue with the chapter Know the Mouse. Let us first revise what we have learnt in the last two modules. We learned that we can use a mouse to point and select things on the monitor. We can also use a mouse to draw pictures on the computer and play games. So a mouse has two buttons and a scroll wheel in the middle. That is how we can use the mouse. And it also has a long wire which is attached to the CPU box. We also learned that when we move the mouse, it moves an arrow on the monitor, and this arrow is called the mouse pointer. We should always keep a mouse pad below the mouse while using it, so that it will keep the mouse free from dust and will also help us to move the mouse smoothly. We had also discussed how to hold the mouse. So if you are a right-handed person, you will keep your thumb, ring finger and the little finger to hold the mouse. You will use the index finger, which is just next to the thumb, to click on the left mouse button, and you will use the middle finger to keep on the right mouse button. If you are a left-handed person, you will hold the mouse with your thumb, ring finger and little finger. No changes in that. And you will click on the left mouse button with your middle finger and the right mouse button with your index finger, the opposite. In today's class, let us learn how to use the mouse. So pressing a button on a mouse is called as clicking. So when we generally use the term click, we refer to clicking the left mouse button once. When we use the word click, when we say to click a mouse, that means it is pressing the left button once. In case for certain tasks, we have to press the right mouse button, then we will call it as right click. But if it is on the left mouse button, which we usually use for drawing, for clicking on some dialog boxes, etc., then we will just refer it to as click. We also can do a double click on the left mouse button. That is, when we say double click means you are pressing the left button twice quickly. So we usually use a double click when we want to directly open a file. Then in that case we can just double click on the file name, so it will automatically open the file. If you do a single click, it will only select that file. But when we do a double click, then it will automatically open that file. This is just one example. So when you click the left button twice quickly, we call that as a double click. Further, we also use the mouse to drag and drop any item on the screen. to drag and drop an item, we have to move the mouse on our mouse pad while keeping the left button pressed. So we press the left mouse button and we click on a particular object on the screen. And then keeping the left mouse button pressed without leaving that, when we move the mouse on the desk on your mouse pad, you can notice that on the screen that particular object or item is moved from the original location to the new location where you have dragged it to. Click on the shape to watch a video to reinforce the concept of click, double click, right click and drag and drop. I hope that video was useful and you have understood about how to use the mouse. Now let us do some exercises which are there in your book. You can mark the answers directly in your book. So there is a class activity on page number 37 where we have to tick the correct sentences and put a cross against the wrong ones. So the first question is, a computer mouse eats cheese. Of course, it is wrong. We know who eats cheese, right? The next question is, a computer mouse has a scroll wheel in the middle. So we have learned this, that a mouse has two buttons and a scroll wheel in the middle. So the answer is right. So put a tick. The third question is, pressing a button on the computer mouse is clicking. So we have told that any press which we do on the button of the mouse, we call that as clicking. So you can put a tick there, it is right. A computer mouse needs food. Of course, it is wrong. So we put a cross there. The next question is, a computer mouse can move from one place to another by itself. That is also wrong. If you have to move the mouse, you hold the mouse and move it on the desk. Then the mouse pointer will move and you can use it for the required purpose. Now, to understand the actions that we can perform with the mouse, you can do this particular activity which is there on page number 38. You have to hold the mouse properly. Move the mouse pointer to the start button. So the start button will look slightly different depending on the software that is on your computer. So you can take the help of your parents to identify the start button. Click on the left button once and then you see what happens, what you get on the monitor. You will see that a menu appears, opens on the screen. Now this is called as the start menu. This will slightly differ since now you are working on different computers with different software. There will be slight difference. So you can identify how it looks on your computer. Now you note down what happens if you click on the start button again. So when we click there, you can write down whatever happens there. You try it out and write. You can do the answer. You can write the answer in the book itself. And then, so you are first you write down, then go to the next line where it is mentioned that this will close the start menu. So you try it out yourself. Write the answer next to the fourth question. So it is going to close the start menu when you click on the start button again. The next exercise is on page number 38. Tick the correct answer. This is between the two buttons of a mouse. That is the scroll wheel. The pointer moves as we move the mouse. Which of the following is used to open the start menu? You just need to click once on the left mouse button. So the answer is A, click. We next have some fill in the blanks on page number 39. Moving the mouse while keeping the left button pressed is called as drag and drop. The answers are there in the box. You can select from there and write. To dash the mouse, press the left button once. So that we call as click. To click the mouse, press the left button once. The third question is, to dash the mouse, press the left button twice quickly. To double click the mouse. The arrow on the screen of the monitor is called the dash. It is called as the mouse pointer. There is one more activity which has been given on page number 40. You can try that out on your computer. On page number 42, you have two exercises which have been given based on the chapters 4 and 5. That is the keyboard and the mouse. Let us try out those questions. The first one is fill in the missing letters in the boxes. The first key that has been given is number 5. So the answer is number key. Then we have the alphabet A. So that is the alphabet key. We then have an arrow there. So that is the arrow key. And finally we have a long key there, which is the space bar key, which we use to give spaces. There are also some questions which have been given on page number 42. You might not have enough space to write that in your textbook, so you can write the question and the answers in your notebook. So the first question is, name any 4 keys on a keyboard. So any 4 keys. So let us write there. You can write any 4 key names. So in my answer I have written space bar, enter key, backspace key and delete key. Second question is, what is a cursor? The blinking line on the screen is called the cursor. The third question is, what is the use of a mouse pad? So we have learned that mouse pad is used to keep the mouse free from dust and to move the mouse smoothly. Fourth question is, which will you use to type your name? Is it alphabet keys or number keys? So the answer is alphabet keys. The fifth question is, what moves on the screen of the monitor as we move the mouse? It is the mouse pointer that moves on the screen as we move the mouse. The next question is, what is clicking? So pressing a button on the mouse is called clicking. With that, we come to the end of today's class. Thank you, children, and have a good day.